What's going on? Welcome to practice for round 3 of Slidestyle's 2024 season. We are hanging out at Silverstone over here. Currently watching Skull and Tempa getting after it. Door to door, looking good here. Ghosts and Therian, sir. I'm not sure. Who do I know? Ghost? That's a new name to me. Check out the windshield banner. Looking dope. Well, they bailed out on that run. Theories will keep it rolling. But what is going on, everyone? Appreciate everyone coming to hang out, get some slides in. Started a little bit later than intended today. I was hijacked by Charlie for a little bit. Filthy and Tempa. Side by side here. Got to get everybody up to speed on the finish line situation here, especially all the newer guys that weren't running with us last year. But the finish for this one, you gotta get straightened out. Yeah, just like that right there, and then head off into the grass on the right side. We can get the drone cam up in the air here, or not. I don't understand why. I should be able to just press a button and be in this mode. Like, I don't really care what it's locked to. I guess it could still go to my car, but like, don't need menus popping up and things. I press the drone button, give me the drone. Still got that bug in place where, as you'll see here, I'll watch these guys as they take off. You'll see the cars like teleporting around all over the place. Yeah, what you're seeing on your screen is not something going on Twitch. That is absolutely in the game. I'm looking at that on my screen right now. It is gives you just as much of a headache in game as it does on Twitch. Not great to look at, so hopefully that bug gets fixed. Of course, that came with the last update, but you'll see here this final corner. You can see all the rubber on the racetrack here. You can see where these guys make their way around way out wide here. But then they shoot back up into the finish here. That's exactly how we're supposed to be finishing up the run here. And then, of course, afterwards, they'll need to get back over to the dirt to make sure they're not interrupting any of the guys' runs that are on the way. Yeah, that is disorienting as hell to watch those cars, like, bouncing through the server like that. But where for those that can't see the objects, which of course is everybody because I'm the only one that can see them, is you'll see where this little side road here with the kind of those temporary Jersey barriers is set up. This little side road that comes out, finish, quote unquote finish line for our course here, is where that road meets the road that we're the last turn here. So when this comes back together here, that is where that spot is. So you got to make sure you stay on the asphalt here through the finish, and then after that you'll duck off to the right to get into the dirt, because you can see all the rubber here where these guys are laying down their runs. That pretty much gives you the barrier on where you need to be. So as you come back through, staying nice and smooth off to the right, just like those guys did right there. It's a beautiful thing. Pretty awesome line we have here in Silverstone for this event this week, coming up next Sunday. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time right here on the channel. We see the long lead up to the first bonus cone here. Long sweeping left-hander before a tight back and forth. And this right-hander here. It's tough because you can get out in the dirt on the outside like that. Swing back around here to another long sweeping left-hander that tightens back up again at the finish for the finish line at the end. Great run by these guys here to show off the course. Of course, new for this season is going to be our bonus cones, so we can check those out as we get things underway. Of course, we can go over the whole course here. Starting line, as always, set up right under the giant arm thing here that I really don't know what it's there for. I'm sure in real life there's a reason for it, but here in the game there's it's just a big, there's nothing on it. There's no banners, there's no camera equipment hanging, there's nothing. It's not here for anything, so I don't know. It's not a pedestrian bridge. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but we're set up directly under that. If you need a very specific reference point, it's this fence post in the middle of this thing is the line. So as you'll see here, as we come across, we are perfectly lined up with that. So that is the starting line here. And as always for these guys, I'm seeing right here off the starting line, we're already wrong. This is the thing for this year that we have clarified with everyone. The start is in the middle of the racetrack. So imagine you're on like a regular highway and there's lines in the middle of the, I don't know who's parked in the middle of the starting line here, but they need to move. All right, this is getting to be a tad bit ridiculous here. But anyway, so imagine there is a line up the middle of the road. The lead and chase are going to split that. So Filthy is lined up in the incorrect spot here. So let's get, Theory is like a full car length too far ahead. I'm sorry, I'm so confused in the whole thing. All right, so now Theory, all right, Theory's in the right spot. Filthy is pulling up. Filthy is in the right spot. This is roundabouts where we should be starting for the run here. Of course, chase car is the control car for the start. I don't know why everybody has forgotten how we do what we do here in Slidestyle, but we'll try again here. Now we get a good one. And even though they're lagging all over the place because of the glitch with the new camera, you can see the perfect start there right into the initial turn. And you see our first bonus cone here. Right on the white line. Now, of course, it's all covered with rubber right now, but basically you'll see this extension here where the blue paint comes across on a diagonal. Comes across to right here, and when that blue paint meets up with the outside of the asphalt right here, that is the location of the cone right there on the white line. So it's a little bit difficult to see with all the rubber and everything currently on the track, but that is the location of that cone. So where the blue makes its way over to the racing surface, the point, this spot right here, the exact point, the exact point at which they line, if this camera would cooperate, what the hell is going on today? That spot right there, that point, when you look up, boom, cone. So there you go, there you have it. That is the spot with cone on the white line. And then as we make our way through the course here, these guys hitting this S's section through the middle, so deceptively difficult. And then the second cone right here on the other side of this. There's two of these boards here on the actual racing course. Of course, they're your meter markers. So that's your 100 meter and then 50 meter markers, so drivers can set braking points and whatnot. But there's a 50 meter braking board inside of this setup here. But that is exactly where the cone is, right on the outside of the white line. As you see these guys come through here and nail it. Very nice. But that is where cone number 2 is set up. Checking on the chat here. What's going on? Explorers, are you set up? Are you signed up for this season? Have you submitted a sign up in the Discord server? Because that's where everybody that has submitted a sign up for this year or that participated in an event last year is tagged as a driver. Yeah, we have definitely got to get the starting situation figured out. Not sure why this one is more difficult than it has been for others, when honestly other tracks it's harder to get lined up with the starting line. But I mean, there is a giant metal structure on top of your head, and the chase car lines up in the middle of the giant metal structure that's on top of your head. It's and then the lead car is a full car length behind the chase car, not a half a car length, not a quarter of a car length, none of that, a full car length. So you will see with RC and DK here, DK's even giving it a little bit of extra space, but that is the distance that you want to be right there. That is how we're doing it. DK doesn't want to go yet. There we go. But these guys right here have got the hookup, they've got the lineup, and they've got the start. We'll all figure it out. But as always, we are in the middle of the track to start. That way the lead driver is not pinched over on the right side of the track. Like, I don't understand how that could be even partially considered being underneath this. The entire car was out from underneath the... Anyway, doesn't matter. Close enough. These guys are getting... As long as they're in the middle of the track, that's the most important part. Explorzy, as long as you are marked as a driver, everything is the same. So the password for the practice server is listed in the practice channel. I could take a look here to make sure. But yeah, I mean, and obviously these guys are all in here so they can see it as well. I'll have to check to see your permissions in the Discord. Can't exactly look at that right this exact second. Hate that this camera is all glitchy. Don't want to have to do all of this just to be able to watch these guys. All right, as we're watching these guys here, we'll see about pulling Discord up. I'm also trying to figure out how... I'm looking at somebody now that is marked as a driver that I did not do, and I'm believe I'm the only person in the Discord with the ability to change somebody's permissions. I think other than DK, maybe. So not exactly sure what's going on with that. And I know I didn't do it because whoever did it did not do it right. So not sure what's going on with that. But that's not what we're looking at right now. Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure you're the only other person, and I know you wouldn't. So that's why I'm confused on how that happened. Oh, well, if you're going to do it all the way. All right, Ace and Ghost are properly updated in the Discord. Now let's see what the deal with Explorers is, because I know he ran one last year. Did you make a new Discord account by any chance? But either way, I got you here. I'll make sure I'll get you set up. All right, got everybody all updated. No, Ghost, you're good to go, man. If you are, he would have given you that if you signed up. If you were under the, if you did a sign up. I was just giving him shit because there's a certain way that I do them, and because I add everybody's points to their name in the Discord next to their name for their season points, which I haven't updated for this past event yet. RC, thank you for being the practice stream while I figure this all out. What? I didn't say you did it, Skull. Wayne just said he did it. About a no-reading motherfucker. Y'all are about to be fucked up. Wayne, I see Wayne has signed up with, is that a Miata? Y'all are in for it now. But anyway, Wayne got Ghost and Ace marked as drivers since they submitted their sign up and everything with it was good. See, Aqua is signed up here as well. Which, now this is a curious case because I'm pretty sure I just saw Aqua in the server a little while ago, but Aqua is not a driver, which there we see on our screen, which means there is just a whole lot of no listening and no rules reading going on at the moment. Nobody following the proper starting procedure and none of it. So this means somebody has shared the practice password. And that is not happening. We do not share passwords to servers with anyone ever in any situation ever. Even if I ask you for the password, if DK asks you for the password, if Skull or Wayne asks you for the password, if the president of the United States asks you for the password, if Jesus asks you for the password, you tell all of them, including me, to go fuck themselves. Never ever share a password, never ever for anything, ever. As far as official Slidestyle servers go. Because anybody that needs access to the server will have the proper permissions for it in the Discord, and if they don't, they can get with me and I'll make sure we get them squared away, because we want them to be squared away. We want it to be right. Now, I'm not too particularly worried about it at this exact moment, but I will let y'all know now, since we're on the topic of it, in the future, if this were to come up again for everybody that's here, we will ban you from everything. No questions asked. It doesn't matter who it is or how long you've been around Slidestyle or whatever. I mean, obviously he's not going to, because he's part of the officials team and he knows what we're doing. But if Wayne was to share a password with somebody that is, that it doesn't matter if they're supposed to have it or not have it. You don't share passwords with anybody. So if we find out that Wayne has shared the password, he's gone. And that's as much as I love Wayne and I love all you guys, but rules are rules, and we set the rules to, keep our events from being disrupted and people from getting in and causing issues with the game. And we've had problems, obviously not really in CarX before. We have had servers crashed before in CarX by people. We've also had people with incredibly inappropriate things trying to, stuff themselves in front of the camera on stream before. But we've had issues in Grand Theft Auto where people, it hard locked our computers. Not like just the game, but it could have caused damage to the computer. And we don't know if there are exploits and stuff in CarX like that. I'm sure there are. So it is just a safety thing for everyone involved, that the only people that need to know the server passwords to be able to get into the server are the people with the proper roles in Discord. So, gonna let it slide for today because it's not a big deal, and everybody that's in here is signed up and is doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they are where they're supposed to be. So I'm not gonna ask who did what or who said what or whatever. We're not gonna talk about it. But in the future, if a password is shared, we are going to find out who shared it, how they got it, and you and the person you shared it to are going to be banned permanently forever. So just keep that in mind, because we have to stick kind of like, your teacher in school, in grade school. It's, the rules have to apply equally to everyone. It has to be fair. So y'all keep that in mind in the future. We do not share passwords ever, for anything, ever, for any reason, ever, never, ever, ever. Oh! Lax getting all up under the bottom of the station wagon machine there, getting a little friendly. Speaking of a Miata machine, Wayne lined up next to Ghost here rocking the S15. Let's see what these guys get. Does grab that first bonus cone on this run. Let's see what he's got for the second one. Tight right-hander coming up right here. Huge transition for Ghost, able to hold on to it. Boom, tags that bonus cone. Beautiful as ever. Gets in early on that transition. Loving the way it looks, even off in the dirt a little bit heading into this last turn. So much angle. Ghost ready to tear this track up next week. And out to the finish line. Very nice. Lazy, what's up? We've never stopped doing. What do you mean start doing CarX again? We've never. Slidestyle hasn't stopped, my friend. All the way out towards the end of the year last year with our King of Slidestyle event. Had an awesome time with that. And then we had to shift the schedule around with how busy my real life racing schedule has gotten for this year. And we have moved it into a kind of a spring and summer schedule event with racing every 2 weeks. Ghost, I don't know what to tell you. The schedule for the entire season has been posted since February, so we had to move the first event because I just, that's the only thing that could change the schedule is with weather at the racetrack. The real life racetracks for me is if an event gets postponed to Sunday and I'm at a racetrack in North Carolina and I'm 5 hours away from my house, I can't be in two places at once, so we'll have to move a slide style event for that. But otherwise, the schedule has been posted since February. All of the lines have been posted. And also if you look in the events tab in the Discord, all of the times, the dates and times and everything for the events are converted to your local time zone. So, of course, where all of our start times for the events, as long as things go according to plan. Oh, up on his roof! I think that was that Mr. Flux over there? Up on the roof. But, all of the start times, if everything goes according to plan, is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But, for everyone that is new, !Slidestyle in the chat will get you the link to the Slidestyle Discord that we're talking about, and that's got all of everything you could ever dream of knowing about what it takes to be a part of a Slidestyle event. It is not a whole lot. Come join in with these guys. What we need to say is basically wherever you guys think the starting line is, just back up by a whole car length. Because it seems like everybody has it off by a full length of a car. P-Dub in the server. Tons of angle out of that S15 machine, as we're used to seeing, of course. Hero, what's going on, bud? Make sure you check. We have switched over to the European servers. A couple weeks ago, we were having issues with the American servers, but we also realized that the overall quality, at least right now, the overall quality of the European servers is just better. So pretty much everyone involved is at about, well, let's take a look. Everyone in the server right now, with the exception of Hero, is at, which makes sense because he's currently on the other side of the planet, but everyone in the server is at or below 70 ping. And it's just nice and even, and look how smooth it is for everybody. You don't see the ping bouncing around all over the place. When you're on the US servers, the ping is just wildly bouncing around. You could be anywhere from 30 to 80 all in the course of 2 seconds. But you see here, and even Hero being at 150 is at a buttery smooth 150, hasn't moved the whole time I've been talking. It's 151, it still hasn't changed. And you just saw an update there, boom, 152. So the European servers a whole lot better, even though, 80 milliseconds is a pretty decent chunk of time as far as, reaction time with driving and everything like that. It being consistent for everyone, we felt was more important to us. Why am I glitching out here? There we go. Now I can switch. But yep, so we have adjusted ourselves to being on the European servers for all of our practices and events going forward, unless something changes with the American servers. But I think for as the locations of the majority of our drivers throughout the world, I think it's still the most central location for everyone to have the most even ping possible. So I do think that's what we're going to stick with. We were speaking of the schedule earlier. We can go on and pull this bad boy up. May 5th, of course, we are here in Silverstone. That event is coming at you next Sunday. And St. Petersburg will be May 19th, 2 weeks after that. Should be a fun one. Of course, we'll hit up that map here in just a little while. Do not have the bonus cones and things in place for that yet, but we will discuss their locations and all, of course, on that. And I will get that set up before our next practice. Plan on having another practice this week on Wednesday is the game plan currently. Skull and Jason in here getting after it. That station wagon carries some speed, man. Y'all got to remember to finish the course out here at the finish, because that finish line is what I tag my replays off of for the so we'll watch Wayne and DK here. Oh, DK gets off in the dirt, but he brings it back on the track, gets back in front of Wayne, and you'll see as they loop around here, keep it trucking all the way through and out to the finish line. And then that's the finish of the course. And you see Wayne resets there, of course. That is where I'll be tagging the replays as PWX and Theory come through the finish. Lax and Skull at the beginning of the course here. This back and forth, this left and right hander here, the switch over in the middle is so much more difficult than these guys make it look. Timing on it has to be so perfect. Digging the livery on Lax's machine here. These guys are still driving through the side of the finish line pole there, but close enough. Tempo with the rear end off in the dirt, sailing that thing sideways. He and Filthy using up all of the asphalt they've got available to him. Now that's a beautiful thing right there. RC says, are we doing CS2 after this? We'll probably see about checking it out. I've got some chores and stuff that I need to do around the house that like have to get done today. We got laundry all piled up and everything like that. Clean laundry just needs to be folded up, put away. So things like that I've got to do. That if Charlie didn't steal me, we didn't have to go out, I'd probably be doing right now. But I would like to get on and check that out. Other Alex is here. Alex, what's going on? Ghost is absolutely shredding this track, man. This might be my pick for this event, man. Watching him go. The aggression that he tackles this course with. And the amount of angle he's able to make happen. DK's over here, he's putting in some work as well. Got the horror movie machine putting in the work. Theory sticking right there with him, bumper to bumper coming into the last corner here. Skull on the solo run here. Rear tires right on that white line. Making that transition. These guys' bumpers just knocking those little cones over every time. So consistent. Way out to the outside on that one. Able to hold on to it though. Using the angle to manage the speed before he heads into the final corner. DK, I can check on it here in just a second. Speaking of new drivers, Ghost saying this is his first event he's ever joined. Took a few years off from playing the game. Well, we've got Ghost and Aqua here. 2 S15s. Ghost getting it right on the door on the chase. Keeping the speed, keeping the proximity, staying right. Front bumper to front bumper here, keeping so much speed up to this last turn here. And keeps it out of the dirt. Awesome stuff from both of these guys here. Yeah, this is going to be a solid event, man. I love this course. We see Ace in Theory here. I always manage to catch people as they're coming through the last turn here. DK was asking about the windshield banner. Looks fine to me. Got the name on the left, number on the right. Got the background colors. Looks good to me. Wayne says, why are we not in voice chat? That is because I had like 10 minutes to get everything sorted together and make sure everything was working for my stream before we got going. Good start here from Ghost and DK. Let's see what Ghost got on the chase for the horror machine here. He'll contact on the door. Love to see it side by side here. Headed into the S-curves. Beautiful transition from both of these guys. Getting off in the dirt, holding on to it though, matching the angle. That machine drives like a horror movie, man. You look over your shoulder and the bad guy is a half mile away from you. You walk a few more feet, look back over your shoulder again, and the bad guy is 3 feet behind you. That's how DK's machine is driving. Put it wherever he wants it. Wayne's got the Porsche on 3 wheels here, glued right to the side of Lax. But I'll get voice and everything set up. I've got to switch all of my streaming stuff over to the Alex side of things and not the Slidestyle side of things. It's quite more involved now for this season with my stream setup for Slidestyle with the different plugins and things that I'm using within OBS and just how I've got everything set up. It is definitely a lot more involved. No new rules, Lazy. The only thing we have added are the bonus cones, which you will see. Well, these guys are coming through the finish. See if we can get some guys at the beginning of a run here. Got Lax and Aqua on a run, so we'll take a look here. You'll see the bonus cones. Now, these are optional for the lead drivers, but you'll see here on the left side of the screen, I'm going to have to change the camera angles a little bit because these are still the cameras I believe that we used last year. I'll have to adjust them a little bit to better pick out these bonus cones. You'll see one right here as well. But the bonus cones are out there for the lead drivers to see if they can pick those up on their runs. Of course, optional, but if they are able to hit it, that is one bonus vote for each cone that they are able to hit. But other than that, everything has pretty much stayed exactly the same. We were really happy with what we felt with how last year went. It's the OGs, DK and RC, lined up here for one. But yeah, all of the car specs and everything. Now we can pull up here as we're watching. Now we did add some minimums to things that didn't have minimums and maximums to things that didn't have maximums just to kind of clean everything up and make sure we all stayed within a window. But I also did that to where in a way that nobody is going to be affected by it. So like for the wheels, for example, we had a 275 millimeter maximum last season. So we just changed that this year to say between 200 and 275. So the 275 is still the same. we just added that 200 and nobody was running that. I mean, almost everybody, I think, last year was either running 265 or 275. I don't think anybody was any lower than 265 on their wheels. So just things like that. Like we added a maximum tire pressure, which nobody was even in the ballpark of that, but you got to be between 90 and 300 now. But those are the only changes to the rules. Everything else, as far as the car setup and everything, is exactly the same. And if the car that you had last year for Slidestyle was legal, it is 99% certain to be legal this year as well. So far, all the new cars that have been added to the game in the off season, I believe, as of right now, none of those have been banned. Ghost car is badass looking. Love the design style in this thing. Love the windshield banner. I mean, he is for this to be his first time entering into a competitive event. I mean, the car is absolutely on point. Visuals wise, the driving already on point like we talked about, but good stuff all around. Definitely going to need to adjust these cameras to be able to better spot these bonus cones in the middle of the runs. These are definitely last year's cameras. Pretty sure they are. Or at least we made the cameras before we had the bonus cones set up. Davids and Isida. New guys, what's going on in the chat? Welcome. Little slide style practice action coming at you right now. Exclamation point slide style in the chat. We'll take you to the official slide style Discord, and everything you could ever need to know about a slide style event is there. Our entire season schedule. All of the regulations and basically our entire event setup. How we run an event from start to finish is in that regulations document, as well as the specs for the cars and what you need to have. Of course, we are console and PC friendly. When you see the extra items and things in the maps here, like the big finish line these guys are about to come through, those things are set up in such a way that they obviously don't affect the course in any way. They're just there really for decoration for the stream, just to make things look pretty and to give a little context to viewers watching at home of the starting line and everything. Of course, the bonus cones, as we said, are entirely optional, and they are set up next to landmarks in the actual map. So as long as you get the rear bumper of your car next to that landmark, you're pretty much guaranteed to hit it. They're not designed to be super difficult by any means. See Skull easily able to grab that second bonus cone right there. But everything you guys need to know is in that server, and then of course, signing up is as simple as getting some screenshots of your car and dropping a little bit of information in the sign up channel, and we will get you marked as a driver, and you'll be able to gain access to the password to the server and come slide with the boys here. Lazy said participated a long time ago, but hasn't been at it in a while. All you have to do for this season, we are not doing individual event sign-ups anymore. So all you have to do is sign up one time, and you get entered into my computer system, for the event. Speaking of which, can do like this right here, for example. If I can get my stuff to work. So we're looking at Jason here on our screen, of course. So able to pull up his information and all as such. But basically to get this type of stuff into our system and everything like that. So like Ace, for example, is new, have not got their information in the system yet, so I wouldn't have their stuff. But PWX, of course, got P-Dub in the system here, so boom, right there, you're looking at PWX machine. Colors and car information all there. Their championship points for the season. Now that has not been updated since the last event. I actually plan on doing that tonight and getting that all squared away. Nope, lazy. So that is the thing with us being a console friendly. It all has to be vanilla game stuff. No external modifications are allowed at all for anything as far as the in-game physics and all of that goes. So all of the Kino engine stuff, transmission stuff, rear end stuff, all of that stuff, the body parts, all of that. That is none of that stuff is going to work. None of it. If you can't do it on the console version of the game, you cannot do it in a slide style event. We want it to be as fair as possible to everyone. Look at this. It's like a haunted house in here. We've got ghosts all over the place. There's another ghost. It says, how do you join up? Exclamation point, slide style, my friend. Everything you need to know about our events, the whole season schedule, the regulations for these machines, how we run our events. You can see all of our past events. I don't think I posted the last event in the watch channel yet. I need to do that as well. I've been slacking since the last slide style. It was quite a busy weekend. There's Hero rocking his S15 machine. Yeah, we generally, Ghost, we like to stick to, like single word names. It just makes it nice and easy. So like Temple on screen here, if I was to pull up his, information there. It looks good. It's nice and simple. You can really see it on the windshield from our camera angles here. You can easily read Tempo right there on the windshield banner. It's just makes it nice and easy for everyone watching. Makes it easy for me on commentary. Like here's Ghosts and Aqua, and it's just really easy to just fire off names. Plus it's they're recognizable to the cars. Because like now that I've gotten used to your livery and your car, as soon as I see you, I know it's you. As soon as I see Theory, I know it's Theory. Filthy, Skull, like it's just quick to see these guys. I know what they're rocking. Jason throws me off a little bit here. He goes, of course, in game is by Flux. I've learned his name is Jason, so whenever I see Flux, I just say Jason. If you're ever watching Back to the Future, I'd probably call it a Jason capacitor. But Flux throws me off a little bit because he's in the same style design machine as Waifu. So it throws me off a little bit, but I'm getting used to it because he's got the purple one and Waifu's got the yellow one. Oh, Guru is absolutely perfect. You could definitely do that. That's exactly what we're going for, is just, simple, easy, whatever works. So if somebody else is Ghost, you've got the second part of your name, so there you go. Guru is perfect. I love it. Ace carrying some serious speed in the Mustang machine here. P-Dub all over the door. Smooth transition through the S-curve there. Gonna come across a little shallow. on grabbing that bonus cone, but no worries there. As we say a million times, the bonus cone's totally optional, only good for one vote. Do not count for qualifying either. They are only for the lead runs during bracket competition. Jason, that's true. I don't know what got that. What started that? Why? Because like you told me at some point, obviously, I know it's not like I've done, creeped on you and found your government name and just suddenly started calling you that and don't do it to anybody else. I can't remember why that started. I feel like you would have told me at some points, oh, just call me Jason. So like, I just did that. And I'm horrible with names too. So it's crazy that like yours stuck. Not that I'm saying you're not memorable, I just, Oh, that's what, so you did it, you ran slides. So that's right. That was, yeah, you were Jason on your windshield. That's right. That's why I remember it so well, is because I was in game, like I'd switch to your car. Are you in right now? Like I'd switch to you and you'll see at the top of the screen, it says Flux, but I knew your Slidestyle thing was Jason. So that's why whenever I see Flux, Jason just comes out of my mouth because I've got used to. See, now I remember. I just needed the reminder. And see, Skull's name has always been easy for me because I'm old and crusty and I don't stick with the times or whatever. So I go as far out of my way not to use the term yeet as possible. So I have called you Skull from the beginning because I was not getting ready to say Skull yeet at any point in time in my life, except for the fact of having this conversation. So other than this, you were going to be Skull regardless. And now, of course, Jey Uso has gotten that shit over like a motherfucker in WWE. And it's not even right. Like, they're calling the, like... I don't even know I guess it's nice to finally put a name to it. But, like, when you're at, like, a rap show or, like, a hip-hop show or whatever, and, like, you're putting your hands up and down with the beat or whatever, like, there really never was a name for what that was. It's just what you do. They call that yeeting. It's not like, usually like throwing something is like yeet, throw it away or whatever. They are now referring to moving your arms up and down to hip hop music as yeeting. It's the dumbest shit. I mean, they're selling merch. They are like full all in on it. I love that motherfucker and he can work his ass off. Like they're good. Like both the Usos are incredible in general, but like, I think that is the dumbest shit. But hey, it sells t-shirts, so Hero knows what's up. With everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. I love him. I'm glad he's able to do everything he's doing because he is a little bit on the older side as far as a wrestling career goes. Kind of like how Diamond Dallas Page was. He didn't even start training until he was 35, which is mind-blowing to me because I started at 25 and I felt old. Actually, no, I started training for wrestling, I was like 22. But yeah, even being, starting, I felt like I started late. And it's crazy to think that DDP was 3 years older than I am right now when he started training. It's crazy. And then was like a freaking champion like 3 years later. RC says he's headed out. We'll catch you next time, buddy. Wayne rocking the Miatas here. We were talking about the Ferrari and Porsche and a couple of cars being just like super OP on this really high speed course, but as usual, it ain't the car. Because DK is out here absolutely shredding it in the hatchback WRX, and Wayne, here you go, two of them side by side. Wayne is killing it in a Miata, carrying a shitload of speed. And DK not far behind him. Oh, the curb got him straightened out, though. I hate that. Oh, Flux with the bits, man. You don't have to do all that. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. Showing the love. Asking about what happened to the channel points. So the pixel coin, the old pixel coin, is for Slidestyle. We have all of that stuff turned off just because it's, you know, it's supposed to be even now for this year, even with practice. The whole idea is it's like watching a TV program. Is how it's supposed to be presented. Obviously, we're a lot more relaxed in practice, and I'm, you know, talking with you guys in chat and everything like that. But the idea is presenting Slidestyle as a legitimate esport, because it is. And so that's kind of the entire purpose of the whole thing. So turn the channel points off just during those, so that way, and it's fair for everyone too, because then you're not gaining channel points, you're not losing channel points. There's just no channel point business happening at all when Slidestyle is happening, because the focus isn't me, the focus isn't the stream, the focus is you guys, is the drivers and the esport that has become Slidestyle. That's supposed to be so that's kind of my reasoning for that, is to make sure you guys are the focus. But when we jump back on here for Counter-Strike in a little while, we'll fire them back up. I will say though, my lazy fat ass, I turned off that get jacked deal. It was fun for a little while and it was cute, but then it turned into that's how people said hi when they got to the stream, and it's like, oh my god, I want to be in shape, but it's like, fuck, it's just constantly having to do push-ups and sit-ups and crunches and squats and stuff all the time for like, and it would be like there'd be no context to it. It's not like we'd be in the middle, like we'd be right in the middle of something, like either with a game or like in the middle of like talking about something that I felt was like important or like a really good conversation, and it's like, all right, we got to stop and go do push-ups. No. Not to mention, I don't get nearly as much time to just stream and play. Like we're not going to get to play Counter-Strike as often as much as I wish I could. So it's like, I'm not going to stop and go do push-ups. I'm going to play Counter-Strike. Now, I definitely do see or foresee that I'm going to be streaming more here in the next few months. I'm going to try to get a schedule balanced out here, but things at South Boston have leveled out as far as the amount of prep work that I need to do. Like as far as getting everything, you know, the graphics and all and stuff ready for this season and all that, like that is all finally leveled itself out. I had a few bugs that I need to fix after the last race, spent a couple hours, got them fixed, you know, upgraded some things, added some sponsor information, stuff like that, you know, simple stuff. Got it knocked out, got it squared away. And that's all good. I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours working on that stuff anymore because we got it pretty much nailed down. Same thing with Slidestyle, you know, pretty happy with the Slidestyle stuff. Couple small bugs that I need to fix after the last event, but all of that's pretty much leveled out. Fight Star stuff works like it's supposed to. I'd like to get back into that. Still planning on trying to do that tomorrow. Gonna mess with that tonight before I go to bed to make sure everything's good for it. But that is the game plan. But yeah, hopefully getting back into streaming. I'd like to do, of course, we've got our Slidestyle practices, and then Slidestyle event is every 2 weeks. I would like to get back into doing Fight Star once a week, as we were before. Monday night wrestling action. And then I would love to now that they have made, I still have some issues with Counter-Strike 2 in general, just saying, but they have made it a lot more easily accessible for us to be able to do what we were doing in CSGO again, which is just get our friends together, jump in a workshop map, and have some fun. That they have given us that ability back, finally, thankfully. So I'm happy with that. And also, it's a fun little added bonus is your view model, your character view model or whatever, like is how you're holding your gun and stuff like that is server side now. So like when we switch to each other's spectator view and shit, we can make fun of, why are you holding a gun like that, you dumbass? So like I'm pretty excited about some of those changes. So, but we are finally able to do all the things that we did with CSGO within CS2 now, as far as our streams and our community goes. So I would love to at least have, because y'all know I love some Counter-Strike and I love hanging out with y'all. I'd love to have a Counter-Strike night every week. I'm kind of thinking about it being Tuesdays. So then it's Monday, Fight Star, Tuesday. Well, maybe we'll do Mondays because we'll do Fight Star because that's a 2-hour show at max. So Fight Star and then Counter-Strike. And then we've got Wednesdays. Usually I'm trying to have a Slidestyle practice on Wednesdays. And then Sunday, of course, is practice or the event. Jay is here. What's going on? Waifu is here. Waifu, you are not allowed to join. Nope. Get up out of here. We've already got one station wagon. We don't need any more station wagons. See, I can't do any of it that way, Jason. Slidestyle has to be on Sundays because that's the only way a lot of these guys can run the events. Otherwise, they have school or work or just, life stuff going on. So doing it on the weekend makes it a lot more accessible. Doing it early afternoon, my time, makes it a lot more accessible to our friends in Europe and around the world as well. So that's a little bit better in that department. Can't do Fight Star on Fridays because I'm at a racetrack almost literally every Friday pretty much for the rest of the year. So I got to catch back up on the chat. Hero was saying earlier, he said, looking into going to wrestling. You're going into, okay. I mean, I would honestly recommend finding some guys. Well, you got to be careful with this, but it's weird to say this as a wrestling guy, but I would almost recommend finding some guys doing backyard stuff and hang out around them. Don't let them do any crazy shit to you, because if they're not trained, they don't know what they're doing. But just hanging around that is a good way to see if the business at all, like the idea of pro wrestling, is something you want to be around. And then see about taking a bump, and if they have a ring or if they have a base built or whatever, and see how that feels and what you think about that. And because not everybody's bodies are designed for that. Some people just not, and it has nothing to do with you being a pussy or anything like that. Like, it's definitely not that. Some people's bodies are just not built for that kind of shock absorption. Because I'm 150 pounds soaking wet and I am skin and bones, but my bone structure is, I can take a bump right now and it does not faze me at all. It doesn't bother me. Actually, at this point, it feels good. But some people just can't do it. Why is my camera stuck? What the hell was that? Because especially doing something like the actual, like, serious wrestling training schools like that are horrendously expensive. Hell, even to do it where I was doing it was like $200 a month, and as much as I love those guys, not worth that for what it was. and it was that expensive. So I mean, think about something like if somebody like Shawn Michaels is going to be training, or people that were trained by Shawn Michaels are going to be training you. Think about the expense that's going to come along with that. So, and it's a certain level of dedication as well, because you can't train with somebody like Shawn Michaels and then you're not going to just work at your local high school gym doing shows. I mean, you train at a facility like that with the intention of taking bookings and traveling and like building a career in pro wrestling. It's not often that you're going to find a place like that that is there to cater to a hobby, if that makes sense. Which is hard to come by in general. I was very lucky with what I was able to do. Checking back up here on everybody. Guru says the banner have to be exactly the same. Nope. Check out that the regulations PDF. It's 6 pages long, and only 3 of those pages actually have words on them, and there's pictures and charts and stuff. So it's not like reading a book. I mean, I've got it as condensed down as it could possibly be, but literally every detail of every aspect of what we do in our events from top to bottom is in that file, including the windshield banners and how and why of doing them. But Ghost here is absolutely perfect. And it's a perfect example of how to do it. And then you see Aqua's right next to his. Awesome. Exactly what you want it to look like. Filthy and Tempa's right here. Perfect. So it's just the background has to be, so you see the Slidestyle logo up in the top left of the screen. The idea is that the windshield banner just looks like that. So the lettering is white, so you've got your name on one side, number on the other. Very clear and easily readable to my camera angles here. You'll see as the camera angle switches, boom, Aqua right there on your screen. Super easy to read. And then the background is whatever the hell you want, as long as it's in our, Slidestyle colors. So that's why you see these guys with their unique designs here. Ace might have to change some of that green. If he just switches the green over to purple, I think he'll be golden. Because I love the design of it. Like, that looks so damn cool. It's like lava with like cracked rocks and stuff. It looks badass. Well, you can see, I mean, you can go simple. DK's is 2 stripes, and he's got the design in the middle, got the American flag and stuff here. And it doesn't even have to be a banner. Look at Heroes. Hero has well, his is like a bright pink, but I mean, if he gets the color, gets the colors sorted to the right Slidestyle colors, they have, running down the whole windshield if you want. That creativity is there. Want to be able to give, that's the whole idea. What the hell is going on with Flux's machine? But that is that's the goal here. But yeah, looking at these guys, you can see exactly what we're going for. But exclamation point Slidestyle is the destination. That's got the whole hookup on everything you need to know. And then once again, while we're talking about it, our calendar here. Round 3 of this season coming up next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. You can check your local time zones and everything in our Discord server, of course. But Silverstone coming up next Sunday in Petersburg, St. Petersburg, 2 weeks after that. Maranello going to be June 2nd, and Los Angeles June 16th before we take our summer break. Hero says, before I joined the military, I had a buddy that had a ring and had me taking bumps and stuff. Well, that's good. Well, hey, if you get trained up, get yourself working matches and stuff like that, hell, maybe one day me and you can work a match. That'd be fun as hell. I am pretty damn easy to work with in a wrestling sense, because I'm really not. I know, obviously, I'm not large by any means, so I'm not doing a whole lot as far as lifting you up and throwing you around and all that kind of stuff. So there's not a lot of that happening. Usually, most people I'm going up against are larger than I am, so it would be awkward looking anyway. So I've spent a large majority of the time selling, but I love to go for the Spike Dudley effect. Is you could put me through as much pain and damage as possible, and the excitement, I guess, of an Alex match is that I just keep coming back. I don't give up. You know, I keep coming back for more and whatever. That's kind of the story I like to tell. Is that resilience and never giving up. And you could hit me with chairs, throw me to a table, light something on fire, do this, do that, and I'll always, you know, I kick out. I'm always going to kick out, even though I don't have any gas left in the tank. I might be bleeding. I might be, you know, can't breathe or whatever, but not going to let somebody else win, not without putting up a fight. So that's always kind of the story I like to tell. But basically, it makes it fun as shit for the guy that I'm working against, because you get to beat my ass for like 20-25 minutes. I've got like three, if I'm going to get anything in, I've got like 3-4 spots that I like to do, 3 little things. And like, I like to hit my finish or like build up to my finish, because it is the perfect move for you to just like catch me in the middle of it, counter it, and fuck me up real bad with something. Like, it's super fun to do. So I'm pretty easy to work with in a wrestling ring. Chase over there in the chat, what's going on? We'll probably rock things out in here for another probably another 15-20 minutes, something like that, before shifting over to St. Petersburg for round 4. Get some runs in there. Of course, that's a new line to Slidestyle. Did not run that line last year. That's going to be one of those maps that we kind of decided this earlier in the year, that map is, we're going to change it every season, because it's just like, you know, it's city streets, it's, you know, lots of squared off areas, so we can just kind of make up a bunch of stuff. So that one is going to change every year, so that is brand new for this year. I don't have the bonus cones and stuff in place on the map yet. Of course, we know their locations, so we'll discuss where those cones are going to be. Gura says the main concern being 6'4", but no, dude, I'm 6 foot even, and I'm short for wrestling. That's especially high level professional wrestling. You are like right in the sweet spot of what they want, and also not being, you know, you're not 300 pounds. You're not like super ultra roided up on steroids looking like Goldberg or Brock Lesnar or anything, because that's like, they're trying to get away from that. Now, obviously having, you know, big muscly guys that are in shape and everything, I mean, that's what wrestling is all about. But there's a difference between when you start looking like, you know, the freaking Terminator or whatever, and you're like inhuman looking. They're definitely angling more towards guys that look like Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, those types of workers. Your Kenny Omegas, your Will Ospreys, that type of guy is definitely more of the what they're looking for, and you are right in the size range for that. Jay says he thinks his game is officially done for. Can't even find lobbies. What the fuck? I can't wrap my brain around the problems that you have with this. Like, I can't find the technical reason for how those things would be happening, and it drives me nuts. Like, it doesn't make sense that you could see our lobbies before and you would have to try to join it like 15, 20 times, maybe even more, and then finally it works, and then you can play just fine and everything's normal. That doesn't make any damn sense at all. And now all of a sudden the lobbies aren't even showing up anymore? Like, what the hell? Lazy said he's headed to the mall. But yeah, man, definitely we'll have another practice here on Wednesday, so definitely come hang out. Hope to see you in the server, of course. Aqua, and there's Waifu. Got a new livery on that machine. Still rocking the station wagon. Got the bike rack on top. You never know, he might have to leave the Slidestyle event and take his bike to a triathlon. You never know what, you never know what Waifu's doing. So he's got the bike rack set up on top of the machine. Flux says he's got a St. Pete line, but it crosses itself over. Yep, that's one of the things with Slidestyle that we have kind of set in place, is the lines cannot cross themselves over. It just makes practicing impossible. I try not to even have the return line cross back over itself. I mean, we get close on a few places, and then like at Irwindale, you can't not do it because of just the way that map is. I mean, you can, but it leads to a boring line. But like here, it gets kind of close as you come around the finish here. But then if you hang off to the right and just stay in the dirt, you stay out of these guys' way. So it works out pretty decent. But you can see right there, I mean, it's those guys are coming by in the dirt on the right, and these guys are close to it. Oh, we're flying. Can they land it? Barrel roll, barrel roll. Is he going to land on his wheels? Yes, they both land on their wheels. I love this game. Really excited for Ghosts and Ace here, watching these guys making runs. Aqua as well. All three of our new drivers that are in the server for practice today. All right, look at these guys. They've got the starting procedure dead on. They know the line. They know what we're all about here. They know what we're doing. Cars are hooked up. I mean, look at the skill right here. This is exactly what we're looking for here. Love that these guys want to be a part of a Slidestyle event. Glad to have them. Well, Hero, I can't wait till you find out, man. I'm telling you, I love showing some people that like they ask about it and they're interested, not interested in doing it, but just interested in how it works. And like, I just show them the procedure of like how to properly do a headlock, for example, like just old school wrestling, like a, 1970s wrestling match, put a guy in a headlock and how to work that. I mean, you can work a headlock for 2 or 3 minutes and it not be boring if you do things properly or whatever, but just like how you position, both of you, how you position your bodies, where you need to be, where your center of gravity is, the way your hands are positioned, what it means when certain things happen, how to move certain ways together. And it's just like, there's so much that goes into it. I mean, if you watch it, you think, oh, he just grabs the guy in a headlock. No. There's like 7 different steps that goes into properly putting someone else in a headlock, and then understanding their body language and knowing the psychology of a wrestling match and that moment in time, and knowing where to go next from that position without speaking is definitely like there's just so much that goes into it. And yeah, a lot of people think that it's just easy to learn and whatever, and that it's all choreographed and whatnot, almost like, you know, you watch that Dancing with the Stars or whatever, or any like that, like ballroom dancing type stuff, and it's like step by step, each little piece is choreographed. And obviously, we talked about it on stream a million times, that's not the case. It's much like, it's exactly the same as Slidestyle. That's why, how do you think I came to getting Slidestyle the way it is, the way that these rules are set up with drifting and everything like that? It is quite literally, they are identical. With a professional wrestling match and a making a run in Slidestyle are the exact same thing. You've got a lead and you've got a chase, which is whoever is currently putting the heat on during the match is like the lead. They're, you know, doing the damage. They're attacking the other person. You've got your lead and your chase. The chase has to follow, you know, they have to anticipate where the lead is going. It's just light contact is okay, but you don't want to hurt the other guy. You don't want to knock him off their line in Slidestyle. Same thing with wrestling. Of course, you're looking to make contact. You want to make each other look good, but you don't want to harm your opponent. And that's always, you know, your number one priority. It's there quite literally the exact same thing. That's why do y'all think I love Slidestyle so much, is I figured out how to do professional wrestling in cars. That's what, I mean, come on. That's what this is. Wayne is just sitting there shaking his head like, yeah, I've been knowing that's what you're doing, motherfucker. That's what we are. We are professional wrestling in cars, goddammit. Aqua in Theory absolutely putting down a heater right here. Look at these guys. Hell yeah, dude. Waifu has pulled out the damn Pontiac. And Jason's chasing him in a damn station wagon. I love this shit, man. I'm telling you, it is professional wrestling in cars. Look at this shit. Like, this is what it's all about right here. That's awesome. Then Wayne's in a freaking convertible Miata. And you know he's going to be glued, yep, right to the damn side of Theory. That short wheelbase makes that transition right there so much, I don't want to say easier, but it's just the rotation is so much snappier on that Miata for that transition. And then just stuck right on the door all the way through. The beautiful thing. I mean, that's definitely something pro wrestling in general. Hero is a small world, even all the way up to the WWE level. I mean, there's just not a whole humongous number of people in the world that do it. So, and being in Texas with Shawn Michaels School and everything like that, I guarantee you Stone Cold will be hanging around at some point. Like, he will be there at some point. Just make sure you're respectful, and you know, it's a big thing in wrestling. It's really old school, and in a lot of ways it's kind of dumb, but a very important thing in wrestling is when you first show up anywhere in wrestling is to shake everyone's hand. I know it's old school, and that may be a little different in like the higher up, you know, like the guys in the AEW locker room don't make a lap around the locker room shaking the other guy's hands. They're all at the top of the business, and they're all friends, and they're texting each other, and they travel together and all. They don't need to go in. But like for me, for example, you know, working an indie show once a month or something like that, you know, you show up and you're at the you know, you're at a bar or you're at a high school gym, and you go in the locker room or whatever, and everybody's changing and all that, and it's like you haven't seen these people for months, and you may not have ever met some of them at all before. So when you walk in the door, you know, you walk in, you go around before you even put your bags down or anything. You got your backpack on, whatever. You go around, shake everyone's hand. If you haven't met, you know, I'm Alex, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. But that's definitely in the lower levels of wrestling. That is a thing. And if you don't do that, you are a colossal asshole. Like, right off the bat. Like, the first impressions on a lot of people is just soured at that moment because you didn't shake their hand, which is exactly as dumb as it sounds. And I mean, that's just how it is, though. And it is kind of a bonding thing or whatever, too. Every time somebody comes in the locker room, they go around and talk. You speak to everybody. So that's a really important thing. But like I said, you've got to be careful about that, though, because, like, let's say y'all are training and Stone Cold walks through the door. If everybody just jumps up and lines up to go shake Stone Cold's hand, I mean, A, that's annoying. I mean, he didn't come in here for an autograph session. He came in to, help with training, offer advice and everything like that. But it's just, when it's appropriate. Because obviously it's not like he's dumb. He knows he's Stone Cold. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I must like bow down to the. No, like he knows who he is and what it's about. So that was one thing that I know some guys had trouble with where I was working, because every once in a while we'd have some bigger name people and stuff come in and they would like lose their shit over it. And like I would be talking to those people later, especially because like Mickie James, like her and Nick Aldis worked with us for months and months and months. I got to be where I was actually like friends with them and stuff, which is pretty cool. But it was so funny because like when they first came to where I was training, there was a handful of people that did that. Like as soon as they walked through the door, it was like they were ready to get on their knees and suck their dicks, and it was just like, just hold up a second. But they were telling me, they were like, why are they being weird? And I was like, I don't know, man. Like. Tempa said he's out of here. Appreciate you for hanging out. I think it's about that time for us to switch over to some St. Petersburg action. I think everybody that's in the server right now has been in the server for a while, so I'm going to go on and just do a map switch instead of starting up a new lobby, because this one doesn't seem to be too laggy or anything. So I'll just go on and I'll go on and get that squared away here. So and I don't think anybody was in the middle of a run when I did that. I forgot that it doesn't go to a vote. It just like automatically switches you. Haven't put a livery on this machine yet, but I'm pretty stoked with my Dodge Stealth setup here. Got a little bit of work to do with it, but I'm happy with the car. It drives decent. Slow, but I'm getting her there. Pole, yep. Tried to get back in the throttle, didn't have enough grip. Park myself over in the shadows over here. We'll go to our drone cam so we can talk about the line here. I know the camera and stuff is laggy, so we're lucky we have a built-in starting line for this one. Now, like I said, I haven't done any of our props or anything with Kino yet to be able to kind of, slide styleify what things look like, but this is our starting line. It is totally set up here. Chase is going to be on the right side. Lead is on the left, so you guys are backwards. But the lead is on the left side here. So Filthy and Wayne, if we can give a demo. Oh, nope. All right, that's what I get for not being in a voice chat with you guys. Aqua's got it. So Filthy, you are going to you are the lead, so you're going to back up one here. So you're going to back up one car length. Got to wait for the stream delay. But there we go. So this right here is the start for this map. Aqua, of course, in control of the start as the chase. And I don't know if Aqua knows this line or not. I guess he's looking at, he's like right now, he's got his phone pulled up and he's looking at the line like, where the hell do I go? But we'll show who's got the demo here. We got Jason and Wayne here. These guys will show the demo of the line. Come back around through here. Big lag there. Swing around the roundabout here. Humongous lag right there. What the hell? That is the end of this one. So, some details about it. I see you guys over in the chat. I'll catch up with you here in just a minute. Some details about the line here. Of course, we are starting on this side of the little tram train thing here. Like we said, right side is Chase. So Wayne will pull all the way up to the line. Boom, that's where he's at. The lead car going to be one car length behind on the other side. But we've, like I said, we're lucky. We've got our own little starting box here. So that lead car will pull up. We'll wait for somebody to come around. There he's on the way. So this will be the starting position here. They're going to come over to the left side of these tram tracks. They're going to have to kind of bounce across them twice, which adds a pretty solid level of difficulty to this one. Mid-angle, they're bouncing across the tracks. Then they're going to transition back through this straightaway here. Somebody's kind of parked on the outside. They're in the way a little bit, but that's all good. Kick back. Our first bonus cone is going to be, I think, I need to look. I'm going to look on the map and make sure I've got the right information here on where I have this cone. Okay, that's right. I thought I was right. Let me just wanted to double check. So the cone itself is going to be right in the middle of the crosswalk here. It'll probably can I get my mouse to come up here? Let's see. There we go. We got the mouse up so you can see the mouse on the screen. The cone is going to be in the center of the crosswalk, and I will probably stick it between these two pieces of paint. So the cone itself will be right here. That is, so everybody, I'll give the stream delay a second so you can hear my voice and everything like that. The cone is going to be right here in the middle of this, and I'm probably not even going to like put shit around it like I normally do. I will literally just drop a cone right here because there's already paint on the track and whatnot. So boom, right there. Jason hit it perfect. Flux right through the cone. You can see the tire track went right through it. So boom, both of those right there. So the cone is going to be right here. So that's bonus cone number 1. And then we swing through the roundabout. So the cones are basically the entry and exit of the roundabout is how we are setting this up. So the second set of bonus cones, as I'm looking at the map here, I believe I have it lined up, or I'm offset from this. How did I do this? Oh, that's right. The fence here. So this one's a little bit more convoluted. This is a little bit one of the more difficult ones because there was really no landmarks for me here. So see these guardrails here? There's a red one and a white one. The red and white guardrail here, straight across from that is where the cone is going to be. So where the red and white, and there's a gap in the middle, that right there is where that cone is going to be. And it'll be about 2-3 feet off the edge of the road here. So, I mean, but yeah, that cone is going to be right here. So if you count these little posts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 posts. But both of those guys just absolutely ripped it. So that is where this cone is going to be. I know that's a little bit more difficult, but if you're coming out of the roundabout, I mean, follow the rubber here. Wow, these guys will hit it too. Perfect. I mean, you kind of can't not hit that one. That one's really just there. Because I looked around the rest of this map, there was no other like real obvious useful place to put those cones. So I thought the entry and exit to the roundabout were the perfect locations for those bonus cones. So that's how we're doing that. And then the finish line here is pretty much, so it's not going to be this crosswalk here since our mouse is still on the screen. Not going to be this crosswalk here. It's going to be the next light pole here that's on the outside. So I'll have the finish will be about here. So I will make sure I get those things added in before our next practice so you guys can visually see them, at least on the stream, and see what it's all about. But love having the rubber in here on the map so you can see the tire tracks, because you can see the now that you know, if you join the server, you basically can perfectly see the line drawn out on the track by these guys. This first turn here is where the lines are going to be the craziest. Yep, you can tell here everybody has a little bit different interpretation, and you can also see like the line developing as guys are making practice runs. You see a couple of these go way out to the outside, and it's like, oh, that's not going to work, because then how do they make that transition? You can see where they ended up on the curb here, so they had to tighten it up. Then you could see guys picking up and running this more center section here. But you see here, these guys perfect on the angle across here, which carries the momentum. You see them swing it all the way out, hitting the bonus cone there before making their way into the roundabout. You see how smooth they are. They're not smooth on your screen because of the bug in the game. Hopefully that gets fixed here soon. Filthy says he is out of here. Appreciate you getting some slides in. Chilling with us for a little while here. Hope to see you on the next one. We'll be back here on Wednesday. Judging by these tire marks here, I'm wondering if we shouldn't move the cone from here to this light pole here, but then again, you kind of can't miss it, and then it's like, what's the point of having the cones? We'll see as these guys come through this next time. We'll see what the... excuse me, yawning here. See what the radius of the corner looks like. No, it's going to be perfect where we've got it. Yep, it'll be absolutely perfect where we have it. Depending on the timing of the line, I may actually back the quote-unquote finish line up to this point here, actually. Let me bust out the timer on the phone real quick and see how that goes for these guys. Here we go, stopwatch. Soon as Wayne and Theory take off on this next one, we'll run the stopwatch here. All right, as soon as they leave, they're ready, and boom, stopwatch. All right, so let's see how long it takes from the starting line. All right, well, I'll stick with Wayne. Those damn tram tracks going across there, man. The train tracks will throw you off. Caught back up to him, though. Back to him for the finish here as we come around at 25 now. As we come through, 30 is right here at this light pole. So I will probably be pretty good to set the finish line somewhere after this light pole, maybe a little bit past this blue sign here, kind of have it maybe just stretch straight across from right here. And that's where I'll tag my replays, so that way it'll put the beginning of the replay right as they're initiating into the first turn. Yeah, you can definitely see the discrepancy of all the different approaches to the first turn. I mean, the evidence is right here on the screen. I hope they get this bug fixed soon, man. It about gives you a headache trying to watch these guys run on the drone cam. Did I get actual, like, the TV cameras set up for this one? I don't know if I did or not. It would appear not. Nope, we definitely did not. We have one of the old ones from last season, so the ones from last season will pick up here and get the second half of the line. But yeah, it would appear that the rest of them do not, so we do not have our TV cameras set up for this one, which I guess I could do that really quickly. Iceley's here. What's going on, Iceman? All right, let me see about getting these the old custom cameras here set up. We're gonna go on and wipe these old ones. Just get rid of them completely. All right, so it's gonna be a little bit of a process here, so bear with me. We get this straightened out here, so we're gonna figure out our starting line camera. I want to do something kind of cool with this. I'm not sure exactly where I want to put it. I've always wanted to do something like this, but it's just, I don't know how it would react. Like, I guess it would just turn like that and follow the lead car. I mean, I guess what's the worst that could happen? Let's try it. So we'll try it. I'll put that camera there. Next one we go to, we'll have it up high. Show these guys as they swing around here. This should be about perfect. They swing around. The next one we want to have here, but I want to get it lower so we're underneath these cable things. Pick them up and show them in transition here. Might even move it to about here, so we get them coming around the building. Let's see what it looks like. Because remember, it does zoom in a whole lot on its own. So pick them up here, and then they transition right in front of the camera. So I think this is going to be the good spot. Might even go more here. So we'll try that. The next one I want to be a low angle for sure. Like somebody standing on the sidewalk here holding the camera as they shoot past. That'll show the speed. This next one, we really need to show the bonus cone contact, so we'll need to get this one more up high. So we'll go here. And we want to show the roundabout. I want to also go down low with this one, so we swing with them here. This one, then we've got to show the next bonus cone. Best way to do that will probably be about here. And then the final camera as they head through to the finish. We'll go up high again as they come underneath us here and to the finish line. And we'll have another person height camera. Pick the guys up on their way home as I switch over to our replays. And then just as a safety measure, I'll have a couple more of those. just around the exit, like the way back to the start here. Like so, and that should cover us on pretty much everything here. And I'll put one at the, because our staging area is actually kind of pretty much over here. So I think we should be set on cameras. So let's see how this looks, especially the first one. Damien's in the server. All right, so let me see. All right, we're on Damien on the lead. That actually looks cool as shit, not gonna lie. And then it switches to the top. Okay, that's pretty badass. Not gonna lie. All right, so let's see how the rest of our camera switches go. We get the transition there, switch here, perfect. As we come around down low, switch now. It's a little late on that one, I can adjust it. That's clean. As soon as they get to the building, it switches. So I just need to adjust the one so far. That one adjusts as they go around the bush. That one's also a little late. This one is perfect as they come underneath and then go through the finish, and then it switches to the... Oh, all right, so the camera positions are freaking awesome. I'm super excited about that. I need to adjust the timing on 2 of them. So let me... That starting camera worked out so much better than I thought it would. All right, so this one, camera 5... needs to just move ever so slightly this way. Which means the next one will pick up faster, which is what we want. Yeah, this one, it should pick this camera up faster since that one is farther away, so that'll be good. And then we needed this one, so this is 8. We need this one to go to like right here. Of course, it doesn't want to save this one because of whatever bug is going on with the damn camera thing that they still have not fixed yet. I think I was about right here. Okay, so let's try this one. Go there. That still takes, that one's way too damn long. I don't know why it won't change as they're coming around the building. Tofi's in the chat. What's going on, Tofi? Of course, the author of the new Slidestyle intro music. Gotta love it. Shouts out to Tofi for that. Damien's here, like I said in the server earlier. All right, so let's see if we can't fix. So it's going to be the one that leads into this one. That it's lingering on for too long. So that's 6. So we'll remove that. All right. I mean, I could always just bring it to this side here. So it's, even if it's a little later, we're not missing anything. And here we go with this damn... Seriously, like, I don't fucking... All right, so I am directly over top of the edge of these shadows here, over top of the sidewalk, and I'm level with the roof. Damn, that is annoying as hell, man. All right, level with the roof, and we were... Right here. All right. Let's try it again. Who we got on the line right here? Hero just took off, and then here comes Jason. So we'll get him. Or we got Wayne right here. All right, we got Wayne on the lead. This will be perfect. Loving the flyby at the start. That is cool as shit. And you can really see them going across the bumps. This camera's perfect. That camera's perfect. That transition's perfect. All right, the next one should be here. That's close. I don't mind it. That one was a lot better. Now it should go up to that new one we just did, that was solid. All right, so this one should shift now. Hell yeah, we got that. All right, and the next one should be here. A little bit late, but not bad. And then the next one should be right now. There we go. All right, so we pretty much nailed that. So we'll watch one more. See if we don't notice anything wonky, but I think we are good to go. All right, so we've got Flux in the lead here. I'm really liking that starting flyby, and then you can really see them bounce across the tracks, man. That is so cool. And we'll be very easily able to see our bonus cones. We capture all of the. Yeah, I'm really happy with the cameras for this one. That's pretty solid. All right. So, Guru, I got you set up. I just had to get those cameras straight real quick, but I got you set up in the Discord. So you are tagged as a driver. Now make sure you're set to the European servers, because that's where we're been running our stuff this year. That's been working pretty well for us here. But yeah, there is a practice channel and you can't see it right now, but there is a password channel for our actual events, and that is set for the drivers that we have marked as active during the events. I love this starting camera right here. But there is a practice channel that you can see right now that has the password in it. So you just put that password in, make sure you're on the European servers, and you can drop right in with these guys. Dude, that opening shot of like them coming by the camera and bouncing across the tracks, like, I'm so happy with that one. Not to mention when I add like the props and stuff for the starting line and shit, how that's gonna look. And even like the cameras as they're driving back around and all. I love the timings on these. Like, these are some of the most realistic feeling cameras that I think we've had. Except for maybe that last one, because it's like the cars are coming underneath you and it's obvious that there's nothing there. But like this starting one is like we've got like a PTZ camera on a damn pole or something right at the starting line. And the next one is like just like one of the cameras is up in the window of that building. Next one, it's like it's on a scaffold. This is just a guy holding a camera. This next one is somebody's on the roof with a camera. Guy with a camera. Guy on a boom arm with a camera. Like, they're all like what you would expect to see from like in any type of racing broadcast. I'm pretty happy with it. But was Guru able to get in the server? Is that who I'm looking at right in front of me? There's Guru in the server. Enyo in the server as well? Hell yeah. Oh, we're playing Counter-Strike, Wayne. That's happening. I got to get Palace downloaded. I've got to check some of my config stuff to make sure that's all doing what it's supposed to be doing because I haven't messed with it in a while. And then we're in. I'm on there. If you've got school, man, school is more important. Yeah, probably an hour. Like I said, I got some laundry and stuff that I need to do, and I need to fix my configs and stuff for the game, and then I will be on there for that. So yeah, probably roundabouts an hour. That's the best damn map, dude. I'm guessing you played it. How is it in comparison? Because like in CSGO, it was like really maximizing what you could do with maps in the source engine. Like it was like so beautiful. Like, but with CS2, I mean, obviously you've got so many more options as far as surfaces and just modeling and everything like that. Like, is it just a straight up port into CS2, or have they like done stuff with it? All right, DK, have a good night, bud. That's not, so the one you sent me isn't like the actual map. Oh, okay. So it's just somebody just cloned it over. At least we can still play on it. How is it? Is it, because I know a lot of the ones that are just straight up ports are kind of shitty. I would assume because that one was made so late in like the CSGO life cycle, I'm hoping it looked pretty good on the port. Kind of the same as like Anubis. But the other problem with that is you run into the issue with a lot of these game mods and stuff, especially for like Doom and Duke Nukem, where like the maps they use so many little tricks and like little loopholes and shit to make stuff work, and then when you port it over to the new engine and those loopholes and shit aren't there anymore. So the birds, see, that's another. I knew the birds was like a weird thing. So like I wish they would honestly just take them out. I mean, I know obviously it's part of the map, but like let the original developers do that. I wish the person that ported it over just like killed the birds, just take them out. I actually said he's going to tune up the 180. Hell yeah. All right, well, while everybody's here, because I think we're starting to wind down on practice for the day anyway, and I think everybody's kind of geared up for a little bit of Counter-Strike action, especially now that they fixed a bunch of stuff. I know I'm excited for it. I love playing CS with y'all anyway. I don't really care about matchmaking and all of the cheaters and hackers and all that kind of shit. I don't care about that because I want to play with you guys. Like I want to do my HUD stuff. I want to observe pro games or high level games like competitive games. And like, you know, as like a broadcaster type deal, like I want to do that. Like I honestly don't care about playing the game. I want to play the game with you guys. I definitely don't want to like play competitive. I don't give a shit about that anymore. I want to play with my friends. Now I would love to get, you know, 5 of us together and like have a team. Like that would be badass. I would like that. Then I want to play competitive, of course, but just to like get on matchmaking and play five mans or whatever, no, not interested at all. I want to play with you guys. I love like our little 3v3 games that we do. I think it's a lot of fun. And that's, to me, that's, and me growing up with, you know, CS 1.6 and CS Source, like that community feel, that's Counter-Strike to me. It's not, you know, the matchmaking and playing it like it's Call of Duty or whatever, that's not Counter-Strike to me. So that's the, you know, me being old again. Well, fucking, we'll do it there too, RC. The hell you mean no? How do you not have primes for that? No, you're good, RC. And no, the dude was, I mean, honestly, dude was kind of fucking annoying. So not, just to be completely honest, like, bro just showed up and is like one of the, we've talked about it on stream a million times. It's just shows up, password, I want to join, password. What's the password? I want to join. How do I join? Like, is it not blatantly obvious that this is like a very organized, like it's obvious that we've been doing this for a long time. Like, and if you came to my stream, like there's Slidestyle shit all over the stream. Like you could see all of our stuff. All of these guys have like the cars, they know the line, there's windshield banners. Like this is obviously a very organized thing. Like, and we're very interactive in chat. Like, hey, what's this all about? You know, how do I be a part of something like this? Or, you know, what can I do to join in and slide with you guys? Like, whatever. Just like any type of normal human interaction is totally like, we want everybody to join in and be a part of this. Like, because it's so much fun and we enjoy drifting with people and meeting new people. And just the 3 new guys that were that have been have been drifting with us today on stream. Like, the 3 new guys are fucking awesome. Like, great drivers, friendly, personable people, you know, like, it's great. And then, you know, to just get in the chat Password. How do I join? Password. Password. How do I join? You never even said like hello. Like the reason why I never responded to the person is because Jay said something about it as soon as they showed up. They showed up, they were like password. And he's like, well, hello, way to say hi before you know what I mean? Like, but also I've been doing this long enough to where I'm not going to respond to that. Like, I don't walk into like Wawa. Like, I don't walk in the front door of the place and go sandwich. Like, I go over, I put in my order, I get my stuff, you know, I go to the cashier, hey, how's it going? You know, blah, blah, blah. Is this everything for you? Yep, that's all I need. Thank you. And then, you know, swipe my card, whatever. Like, it's a normal human interaction. I don't walk in the front door. Sandwich. And, like, expect the shit to just, like, appear in my hand, you know? Like, I just don't understand. But then to go in the Discord and be like, yeah, like, exactly. Skull, dude, we need to come up with that for, like, everything. Walk into a bank, money! So sinful, what's up? Sorry, I saw your other message about CS Source. Yeah, dude, I'm over here bitching about stuff. I didn't even respond to you. But dude, Source was everything, dude. Oh my God. I played so much. I didn't even play Counter-Strike. I played Zombie Mod and Gun Game. Like, Josh is here. What's going on, Josh? But I'm telling you, just walk in everywhere and scream like a caveman for everything. Just walk into Lowe's and be like, toilet. Somebody would be like, sir, what can I help you look for today? Toilet. Need plunger. Saw. Must cut wood. Like, I don't need somebody to come in and like tell me their life story and shit. Like, I'm not asking for that, but just like to jump in. Like, we're obviously doing something that's pretty organized and like you can tell we've all been doing it for a while. And like, password, fuck off, bro. Like, you don't, like, people don't get on, like, do people join like VDS streams and say password? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't want to come off like, you know, we're so cool or anything like that. But if you're on CarX and you're present on Twitch and like you watch CarX streamers, if you don't know who Alex on your screen is and you don't know what Slidestyle is, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, no, we had that too. Since like we had that for a while. For when we were just chilling, like before like Slidestyle became like a real thing and we would just like hang out, listen to music and drift. Of course, like well, honestly, I never even had a password. I would just like list my streams as just like, you know, as like Alex on your screen. I'd just say, hey, just search Alex and jump in. So I've never had a problem with people like coming in and be like, yo, can I join? Like, hell yeah, I want you to join. Hell, I want everybody to join Slidestyle and run our events and all of our shit. Like, absolutely. But I don't know. It's something about it. Like it got on my nerves a little bit that it's like, obviously this isn't just a bunch of guys just hanging out and having fun. Like, it's organized. Like, I'm not showing, like, you can't see all my stuff. Cause like for our last event or whatever, like qualified, like I still have all of our stuff in from our last event. So like to pull up like all of our like qualifying, like have our, like, we have, like, this is a thing that we do. This is not like, same thing, like all of our, like all the scoring from last event and everything is all like, we can pull up the votes. Don't I have I think I have the, like our whole, everything from like all of our stuff is here. Like, obviously I haven't been showing it the whole time, but like, I don't know. I feel like it is blatantly obvious that this is an organized thing, and then just somebody come in and start barking password is just funny to me. Wayne, that was cold, bro. That was Wayne says, I don't, let me go. We're gonna go on and put that right here. Wayne said, I don't see Skull in the qualifying list. There must be some mistake. That is the most cold-blooded shit I think you have ever said. Where is Skull at? Skull is hiding. He's hiding in a hole over here. Look at what you've done to my man. He is hiding now. RC's the rapid fire Charlie drift competition. No, it was the rapid fire Charlie jump onto the mountain competition there for a minute. I love you, Skull. See, that's what I'm talking about. Our man Silver Bullet shows up and he puts the info. He's like, I want to find out about Slidestyle. He reads what's on the screen. He sees what we're all about, and he says, I want to find out about this. And my man types in Slidestyle. Now he's on the Slidestyle Discord. He sees everything. He sees the regulations. He sees the maps. He sees everything. The dates, the times, the schedule. It's all there. He sees it all, and he's like, man, check this shit out. He's not just coming in here and going, password, how do I join? I want to join, password, what's the password? See, this guy's got a good head on his shoulders. I like him already. But Sinful, anyway, we're talking about Counter-Strike, and we're getting ready to jump on there here in a little while. Are you still play? You still got a little CS2 action going on? Because they finally gave us back our to where we can all just join. So I have my own, like, I have a server set up or whatever on my PC. So I would run that, and then these guys would have to join. I'd have to like post the damn. Wasn't I having to put the freaking IP or whatever? Like I had to give y'all the connect command or whatever with the IP, like for y'all to be able to join to it. It was a pain in the ass. It was unnecessary. So now we've got it. They put it back to where we can all just join a lobby together in the game, and then. If me being the lobby leader, I can just start a map. Like I can just join a workshop map and it pulls everyone in. Thank God. So we can finally do that again. So of course our thing is we love to do, it depends on how many people we have, but we really love to do like 3v3s on wingman maps. So that's kind of our fun thing that we do. So we play it like regular comp CS. I actually have some economy changes and stuff about like the win money bonus and stuff like that. So like all that type of shit, like I have configs for it. But yeah, we play like 3-on-3, but just on single bomb site maps. And we found in CSGO at least, we found like probably 15 really, really high quality community made workshop maps for like single bomb site maps. And dude, I have never had so much fun playing Counter-Strike in my life. These guys are like, we get on there and have an absolute blast. Like sometimes we like really try hard it and take it seriously. And then sometimes like somebody's jumping off the roof with a shotgun, like because it's just us. So we're just having fun. But dude, yeah, it's so good. But I mean, like I said, we find really high quality maps and stuff like that too. So we're not just on really shitty, like janky community made maps. Like the one that we're going to get on today, it's called Palace, it was my favorite map in CSGO, like period. Out of all the maps ever, best map I've ever been on. And we played the shit out of that map. Oh my God, we played it so much. But the original developers are working on a entirely remade version of it for CS2. But somebody has ported the CS:GO version over directly, so we're gonna jump on that and play that. Yeah, so CS2 as a whole, I am a big time Counter-Strike guy in general. I watch a ton of Pro CS. I've developed my own HUD system for it, my own observer pack for like the cameras and stuff like that and everything. Like I'm pretty involved in like I really like CS is one of my things in life. So I have not been super stoked about CS2 really from the beginning. Just in general, like I love some of the ideas, I love what they're doing, I don't necessarily love the execution. Like I said, I love what Valve is doing. I know they've come into it with good intentions, and I like a lot of their plans. And these guys can tell you, I have been talking about what they did with the smokes for 3 years. I have been saying that grenades should cancel smokes for like that utility should work like rock, paper, scissors. I have been saying that from the beginning. Y'all would not believe, I was screaming when they first showed the teaser videos or whatever and the grenades were blowing up smokes. I was so stoked because I've always thought that they should be like rock, paper, scissors, because the smokes cancel the mollies, a nade should cancel the smoke. And then I always also thought that smokes should block flashbangs like walls do, and they don't. But that was like the fourth part of the loop. Or like something interesting, like if a flashbang lands in a molly, it like doesn't, like it breaks the, like it doesn't work. Like the flashbang just doesn't detonate if it lands in a molly. Which, what are the chances of that? It doesn't happen often, but just little stuff like that I thought would be kind of cool. Or like, let's say that there is a like if there's, well, it already does this. I was gonna say if there's utility on the ground and a grenade blows up next to it, like right now the physics just like blows the weapons away. I was kind of thinking like, how cool would it be if there's an op laying on the ground, you drop a grenade next to it and it destroys the gun. Like they don't have to animate it or anything, just have the gun disappear. But like the frag grenade would like destroy that weapon so it just doesn't exist anymore. Like I feel like that could be a useful, but that could upset the economy of the game a little bit, because it already is. You'll see players like if they know they're getting ready to die, they'll pick up their teammate's op and like throw it out of the map to make sure the other team doesn't get it. So I like the idea of a play like that is strategic versus something that could happen at random. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. That it could be and it could be random too. Yeah, that would be the thing, that it not necessarily being a strategic move. I like this guy already, bro. You've got to come play CS. If you're already thinking like that, you have got to come play with us, dude. Like, we play. It's so funny because we play with like the try-hard mindset, but without the try-hard skills. It's like, so we all, like a bunch of us watch like Pro CS and stuff like that. So it's like we get it. We get the game, but we don't play it really enough. Hell yeah, downloading it now. Bro, all right, cool. Well, we're about done with practice for Slidestyle anyway. I have to switch over my, because now that I'm running, like, as I was showing earlier, I've got the, like, you know, we've got all this stuff on the screen, like, oh, boom, you know, qualifying, whatever. Like, I've got all of our stream graphics for Slidestyle. It's how I do practice now. So I need to convert everything back over to, like, regular old Alex Fun stream stuff. And then let's see, I'm gonna go back to my damn fly through the air a little bit here. Yeah, get everything switched back over to that. I need to do laundry and stuff like that, but that's going to take too long. I'll just do that tomorrow. It's not like I don't have clothes for tomorrow, so I'll just wait until tomorrow to do that. Anyone know the flash spot? I mean, this is my, all right, Sinful's going to be fun as shit to play Counter-Strike with. You are going to fit, right? Somebody throw a flash and it's just they throw it at their feet. Shit, I meant to change to a flash, not throw it. I am not like, I cannot get over the fact that we can finally see skid marks like all throughout the map now. Like there's stuff like, look how freaking cool this looks, man. And like I was talking about earlier, how like we're like, I want us to look like organized and professional and whatnot. Like obviously Slidestyle is far from, you know, super professional drifting as far as like not having zones and stuff like that. But like it just adds to the idea of like we're organized and doing like, it just, I don't know. It just, I really like the way it looks. Yeah, I really hope they fix the damn... I think it's a Kino thing, because I heard it's not like that on console. So I'm hoping it's just something going on with Kino and the guy... And they also haven't updated Kino to go with this new update yet, so I think they're digging at it. I think they've got a couple of things that they're working on. Because, yeah, it'll give you a headache if you watch it long enough. It's, like, real sticky and just... It's not good. So hopefully they can get that fixed. But I think, yeah, the guys were saying that it doesn't do it on consoles. So hopefully the Kino guys can get that fixed. I wish not that I wish anything bad on the developers of the game or anything like that. Of course not, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have CarX at all. But sometimes I kind of wish they would just give up and and just stop and just say like, fuck it, and drop the source code and let the Kino devs like develop the game. Because the guys are so damn good, man. Like, so good. Now, the CarX devs are really good with the physics engine, and they're really good with the vehicles and, like, the livery designs, the customization, and all of this stuff. And that's about where it ends. Because the maps and their utilization of the Unity game engine for mapping is not good. Like, yeah, the guys that do the stuff with Kino are just, they are unreal, man. They are so good. Skull, yeah, you're kind of right. Silver Bullet says they should have bought like CarX, the CarX parent company when the rule was almost worked. Honestly though, I'm kind of surprised that somebody like a bigger name studio, like I'm surprised somebody like EA didn't. Because you got it, like the physics engine and shit in this game is, I go on and on and on and on about it. Like I mean, I'll show you right here. The thing that gets me the most is this right here. Like, the fact that you make changes to the suspension and stuff on the car in real time, like, and they are accurately reflected in the way that the car drives and everything like that, and and moving the suspension up and down in the front, like the spring length or whatever, you can see it also actively changing the toe and the camber. Like, iRacing doesn't do this. Like, no other racing engine anywhere does this. Like, just the value in that right there to someone like iRacing or, well, obviously iRacing it wouldn't work because they're on a totally different universe of stuff, but like just the value of that to somebody trying to develop a new game is like, it's invaluable. It's worth any amount of money. It's incredible. No, I hate EA. Oh, don't get me started. I don't have a single EA game. I'm just surprised because they're the first company I thought of with shitloads of money because of those evil bastards and their microtransactions and all this bullshit. See, that's what I do, Hero. You definitely don't have to do that, though. That's a lot, and it also would lead to a lot of questions because people would be like, what is this part of your gimmick? If you're ever traveling like Virginia and North Carolina, though, we're gonna work a match, bro, at some point. When we first meet each other, we're not even gonna like shake hands or nothing. We're gonna lock up. That's what we're just like right off the bat. I'm gonna see you coming, and we're gonna lock up on the spot. And don't fuck around because I will bump on the asphalt. I don't give a shit. So if we you better make sure if we do meet, it's somewhere carpeted because I don't give a fuck. Now I say that like I've had a match in the last 5 years. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I could bump right now or not. I know I could, but like it would probably hurt. It's been way too long. I miss it sometimes, but not others. My knees definitely don't miss it. But Silver Bullet is exactly right there. But anyway, that's my whole love for Car X is just the ability to, because I feel like, and this is my last point I'm going to make about it before we jump off and do some Counter-Strike stuff here in a minute. But I've been saying, these guys have heard it a million times, but my biggest thing with that is for somebody that's new to like working on cars, new to car stuff in general or whatever, and they're trying to learn like how to set up the suspension and everything like that on the cars. And of course you've got all these people, especially with when you're streaming Car X, people say, oh, can you get me this tune? Let me get the tune. Let me, you know, can I have the tune for this? Do you have any tunes for that? Yada, yada, yada. And our big thing, especially with Slidestyle, but always on my streams, I've always been a big proponent of not sharing that stuff, and not to be secretive, but for people to learn more about cars and suspension setups and steering and gear ratios and engines and all these different kinds of things. Like, you definitely don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a rocket scientist, but like, I feel like the fact that you can adjust the suspension and steering rack components and stuff live right in front of your eyes in Car X is such a huge benefit to the learning curve for that stuff. Because it's like, oh, what happens when I, you know, what is the Ackerman angle? You know, you don't know what it is, and like, you don't want to go on Wikipedia and look it up or whatever, but like, you can see what that means to the front wheels just by adjusting it in the game. You can watch it happen. Say, what is camber? What is caster? And like, you can see the effects of those things directly on the car in front of your eyes as you're adjusting it. So it's like, you can start to think to yourself, huh, if I want the car, you know, if I kick the rear end of the car out on angle and then I'm counter steering into it, how do I want the front wheels of the car contacting the asphalt? What kind of attitude do I want these front tires to have to either maximize grip or adjust how I control the angle? Or like, once you start thinking about those things, you can start to put all the pieces together. And it's so much better than just saying, you know, let me get the tune for this. You don't learn anything. You don't have an understanding of your car and how it drives. So like, I've always been a huge proponent of Car X for that simple reason, because it's so hard with me being, you know, a stock car racing guy and growing up on that. And I just know how to set up a late model. Now, I'm not great at it, but like, I know if the car is loose or tight, or if it doesn't rotate the center, or it's, you know, what, all the different things that could happen with a stock car. Like, I know what adjustments you need to make to try to fix some of those situations. And like, that's just because I've been around it my whole life. But in something like iRacing, it's just a bunch of numbers on the screen. It's a bunch of buttons and numbers, and none of it makes any damn sense. And there's all this math, and then you change this setting and this other setting changes. Well, why does that setting change? I don't understand. And it's so confusing to somebody that, you know, like I said, I've been around it forever. To somebody that's never been around that stuff before, they're like, what the hell is all of this? So that's that's why I love it so much in Car X, is that when you make those changes, you see it happening. Why the hell are there sparks flying everywhere right here? What the hell is going on? And both of these guys are what the fuck is happening? I got to catch up on chat here. I'm slacking. See, Sinful says the exact same thing about how it like set up, how to like set it up and everything. Silver Bullet says 7-year-old cousin knows more about car tuning than me. He knows how to install a turbo. I can't even install a spark plug. It's just, some people have just been around it. Some people take naturally to it and just have an understanding. It definitely doesn't mean like that you're more dumb than somebody else. Cause like, I've been around computer stuff and everything. And I can put together a computer with my eyes closed basically at this point, cause I've been doing it my whole life. But like car stuff, even though I've been around racing and race cars my whole life, regular day to day, like daily driver cars, like I know how to do basic maintenance on my car, but like to do anything serious with my car, no freaking clue. I could do it on a race car. I can do it all in a race car because that shit's easy. But to do it in a regular road car is totally different. But I could take any computer you put in front of me, I can take it apart and, fix on stuff and whatever, but not my car. So everybody's so different with that stuff. RC says car mechanic simulator. He said I played it so much you could almost build a car, but iRacing confuses you. Yeah, iRacing is... And it's, in some ways, it's super realistic as far as making adjustments, and in other ways, it's not. And you have to, like, learn those things over time, too, which gets annoying. Akuza's here. What's up, Akuza? He said this game is a mess. That was so crazy. Like, look, he's still doing it. He is not on the ground. He's floating in the air, and he's got, like... What the fuck? But it's consistent. Damien says, go back to Dino Stand and come back out of it. We'll fix it. All right, I'm keeping up with everything. Can't take my car serious. Look here. Leave my slow ass car alone. Oh boy, I see you guys with the follows. I appreciate y'all. We got a bunch of follows. We got the Slow Boys. Sinful followed earlier. Appreciate that. Vix Golippy. I appreciate the follows. We're getting ready to switch over some Counter-Strike here in a minute. Theory's headed out for the evening. Appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, everybody's floating around. That's hilarious. Yeah, it must be the Dino Stand thing. They've definitely got some stuff to work on with the Kino for this version, but they'll get it all straight. I've got all the faith in those guys because they always nail it every time. But all that being said, we are going to rock some here. We'll do I still have this. Yeah, we can float around. Float around where we're going to be. We'll pull up the calendar one more time. Talking about Slidestyle. We're going to be at Silverstone next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. You can get the entire schedule, ! Slidestyle. You can check out that Discord server. That's got all the information you need about everything going on in the world of Slidestyle. And then, of course, where we've been for the last hour or so, St. Petersburg. That is going to be round 4. That's on May 19th. I know somebody asked in the chat earlier, and I was getting ready to get to it, about practices. We have events every other Sunday. We try to. Schedules gets a little mixed up sometimes, but we're trying to do events every other Sunday, which means the in-between Sundays are practices, and then we have a practice the Wednesday before the event. So this coming Wednesday as well, we're going to have a practice, so we'll be checking out. Once again, when we do practices, we do the next 2 rounds. So we do Silverstone for an hour and a half-ish, 2 hours, and then St. Petersburg for a little bit before we jump off. So I will definitely be throwing that information into the Discord as soon as I can confirm it that I have time, because I know this week, I don't know if I'm leaving Wednesday night to go to the racetrack or if I'm leaving super early Thursday morning, because we are headed to Ace Speedway. They run Cars Tour on, it's this coming Friday. So I'm going to be at the track Thursday and Friday. Then I have to head back to South Boston, and I am doing our race Saturday at South Boston. But so we generally have it just for our drivers there, Silver Bullet, but you are welcome, even if you don't intend on participating in a Slidestyle event. If you want to get your car on like our spec and everything like that, you can definitely just drop a sign up in. You definitely don't have to participate in any events or anything that you don't want to. So just drop the sign up in. Just let me see, so we can see your car and get, update your name and everything like that in the Discord and make sure everything is right. But and then that way you'll have access to the password. You can join in whenever you like, but you definitely don't have to participate if you don't want to. I'm just checking, making sure I'm not missing anything in the Twitch chat, because now y'all are starting to talk back and forth to each other. So I got to make sure that I'm not missing anything that anybody has directed at me. But all right, so for everybody that's here, don't go nowhere. What is Charlie streaming? All right, Charlie's streaming. Her and the peeps are playing 7 days. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go hang out with Charlie for a little bit. I'm going to grab a drink, get some stuff squared away here. I've got to switch my stream over to Alex mode instead of Slidestyle mode. So I've got to make sure all of that is doing what it's supposed to do. I've got a couple of config things that I need to change on my end. In order to, so now that I'm not running my own server, we'll be going out of the CS2, just the lobby in game. I've got some config changes I need to make on that end, and make sure all that is working like it's supposed to. So probably about a half hour, like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's right now it's 7:30, so whatever time it is where you are. But in about a half hour, planned on being back on. So we're gonna hang out. Yes, I'll get I gotta get the camera stuff. I gotta turn my lights on. I gotta do that whole thing. So we're gonna get that all squared away. So we're gonna go hang out with Charlie. In the meantime, they're playing 7 days. If you haven't seen it, it's a like zombie Minecraft, basically, is what it boils down to. Super fun game, but they're over there having some fun. So go hang out with Charlie. If you haven't, give her a follow, show some love, hang out for a little while, and then 8 o'clock, definitely swing back this direction if you want to see some Counter-Strike action, or if you're enjoying their shenanigans over there, hang out with Charlie over there. I'm just glad you're here. Either way, you're watching a stream that's coming out of this house, and I appreciate it. So thank y'all so much. Until next time, this has been Slidestyle Practice. I've been Alex. I've been on your screen. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out, all the follows, all the love. Let's go hang out with Charlie. And we will be back with some Counter-Strike here in about a half hour. So see you guys here in just a little while.